Hey.
Hi.
Hello. I'm Pen.
I'm not.
Welcome back to 𝗦𝗢𝗗𝗗𝗦.
We're back. We're finally recording something new.
It's been a while.
Maybe like 5, 6-ish
Yeah.
weeks. Because the last time we recorded something was Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And now we're back for Loki.
Yes. Back into the MCU. Not gonna lie, I am kind of excited for this. More excited than I was before.
Yeah.
Like while we were watching WandaVision and while we were watching Captain America and the... No, that's not what it's called, but it's what it's called for me. While we were watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I was just like, I'm not going to be as excited for Loki, but now that it's like right here, I'm just like, you know what? I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's about. I didn't read anything about it. I didn't watch any of the trailers, so I'm literally going into it blind.
Yeah, just time travel.
Yeah. Time travel, Loki, Owen Wilson's in here.
Yeah, that time.
Wow.
Yeah, that time travel.
Yeah.
Alliance. No, what are they called? TSA? No, it's not TSA. the alien time people. Anyways, should we just get into it?
Yeah, not much to discuss. Let's go.
Yeah.
How did it feel seeing Tony again?
I missed his voice.
Yeah. Quite Iron Man-like.
The time variance authority.
That's what they were called. TVA.
Idiots in armored suits telling me what to do. So, never mind. This is actually
1/16th speed, but feeling all that pain in real time.
Nice stick. Do you think they were anywhere during Endgame?
Nah.
It's very interesting they'd introduce these people but not address whatever happened with Endgame. Oh, but he's supposedly the only variation, right? Because Steve would have gone back and put everything back to normal.
Yeah, except for this.
Yeah, and I guess this is them correcting that.
Nice. You can touch.
Yeah, I thought you weren't allowed to touch it with your bare hands.
Are these not humans?
cross me.
Oh.
Dead.
And that's so cute.
This is absurd. I was a robot and I didn't know it.
The machine would melt you from the inside out.
Please.
Bringing peace by reorganizing the multiverse into a single timeline. The sacred timeline.
Is that Kane? That's what I'm thinking. Hello? Nice.
A god doesn't exist. Look, this has been a very enjoyable to God.
That's an accusation.
Hope to Tony Starks. They speak of time, criminal.
It was supposed to happen. Escaping was not.
Hang on. Little pussycat. I gotta. No. Remember, I was there. Lose a lot. Might even say it's in your nature. You know, things didn't turn out.
I thought it was going to be part of like the main narrative, not a flashback.
Brother, Heimdall, you better be ready.
Are they just doing this?
Oh, like just way before Thor 1.
Yeah, like just for the fun of it. Are you serious?
Lost a bet to Thor. Where was the TVA when I was modeling with these standing up to make a point? I'm sorry, go ahead.
The end is meaningful now.
Stay seated.
I'll do what I want to do.
Sure.
Wait, are they going to show him dying?
This is nonsense. More tricks. Never even happened.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
I love it when people watch the future stuff. Oh my god.
You know your whole
I was
life
waiting
how
for
it's
this to
all
happen ever since they pulled that out.
Then am I not your mother?
Oh no!
Dark elves attack the palace, and you think you send them to Thor, but instead you send them.
Oh, never tell.
You, not the furniture. You weren't born to be mischievous camp.
What's a fish?
How do you not know what a fish is? Infinity stones?
Oh shit. That's kind of fucked.
You're a
Oh, he's gonna scrub. Oh, okay, it's happening.
Like one of the best tropes.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this for so long.
For the LokI. You should choose your words more carefully.
Kept saying that he was going to turn me into a president of the Raptors, and then they...
You. I beg your pardon?
Oh, it's over? That was so fun. It was getting good as well.
Yeah. This is gonna be symbolic. He's gonna have to kill his old self.
Yeah, or join the same path.
Yeah, this is good. It's setting up for a very good plot, very good character development, good arc.
I wonder when this variant LokI came from. Like, is this variant the same LokI now, but from the future, or from the kind of past future where he's doing this thing, but then he just escaped?
Maybe where it's just like there's a variant where he escaped, and then there's a variant where he, goes with Mobius and does stuff.
Yeah, a variant within a variant.
Yeah. Like, it could be, like, very early on LokI. It kind of feels like, I don't know, because Mobius was like, up until this point, you'd done everything you were supposed to. So is this variant from a future version?
I feel like, yeah, that's why it has to be... Well, I mean, it could be from a past him that just still went variant, and then when they try to keep him and, talk to him, he just was like, nah. And then he went off and did his own thing.
I feel like it has to be a time when he did time travel, obviously, but then he also found out about the TVA, because otherwise he wouldn't know to go after these hunters and everything. Maybe it is just a variant of this variation. It's so weird to think about. I hate thinking about timeline stuff.
Because he's collecting reset charges.
Yeah, so he's jumping through time and stuff. But when is his original timeline is what we're talking about, yes.
Yeah. He wants to reset something, I think.
Oh, no.
That's what I think. He's just grabbing all these reset charges. He's going to reset something.
Frigga.
Possibly.
He's trying to reset Frigga.
He just couldn't accept that it was written in stone.
Yeah.
So he's just like, I'm going to reset it as many times as I can.
Yeah. He's gonna doing it again and again.
Yeah.
Who cares about his own death? He just wants to save Mama. Fuck
Yeah.
you, LokI. Fuck you. Anyway, if that theory is true.
Yeah. I'm gonna write it down. Because the reset thing doesn't make him travel through time.
No, it just reset.
Yeah. So he's trying to fix something. He's not erasing the fact that he killed them or resetting them. But I don't know, time moves differently in the TVA, so
Yeah. But why is he going back throughout all these different times in different places? Or is he, like, travelling to a specific place in order to get the time hunters there, in order to kill them, to grab the reset charges?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's just...
Okay, but then how does he travel in the first place?
He has something.
The Tesseract, probably, right?
Yeah, because he's on Earth,
Yeah. Okay.
and it still holds power there, just not at the TVA. And he decided he didn't want to be the most all-powerful thing, because it seems like the TVA is the most powerful thing, and it took the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Like, just a shit ton of them.
Yeah, I saw that, and
Yeah.
I kind of realised how kind of fucked up that was.
Yeah, how minuscule that war
Yeah.
and Thanos
Yeah.
and everything like that was.
All the sacrifices that they made,
Yeah.
it kind of was just like,
Yeah, it felt like such a... whatever LokI was feeling, I was feeling it too. And I was like, oh shit.
yeah.
But it wasn't about, oh, this is power. I was just like, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it really does. It's kind of like right now whenever time I look at stuff about space,
Yeah, and you see how all those... We're
how
like this
big
small,
everything is.
but then you look at Earth, then you look at the sun, then you look at just planets and
Yeah.
stars and just... You see how big everything is.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, we're fucking tiny.
Yeah, and it's just like, we're literally just like a fucking speck
Yeah.
in the whole entire life.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what that was too, but on like, you know.
On a power scale.
Yeah. And it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, Loki watched his death. I was waiting for that as soon as Mobius like whipped out the 3D hologram or whatever it was.
I wrote it down. Holo projector.
Yeah, the holo projector, and then he was showing him, you know, this is what.
Your greatest hits.
Yeah, and then I was just like, oh my god, is he gonna scrub through the entirety of his life? And then he stopped it at like, you know,
From his death.
yeah, and I was like, oh okay, I guess that's it. And then stuff
Like he did
happened.
it himself.
Yeah, he came back, and I was like, yes. Oh, I cried. That was good. Anyways, so the Nexus is when the timeline diverts. Was it?
Yeah, and they can't stop it.
Right. That has nothing to do with Scarlet Witch. But there might be another Nexus, or there might be a Nexus created at the end of this, and then that leads into the multiverse.
Yeah, because it's like the multiverse war or whatever they were calling it.
Yeah.
Is when they couldn't fix it.
Do we think Kang is related to this at all?
I just... Okay, so King the Conqueror is not a timekeeper. He is just a man. He is just a man that can control time, or like can travel through time. Okay, maybe not a man. He's just an alien or some shit. Like, but he is not a timekeeper.
He looks like it though.
I know, unless he is a rogue timekeeper.
Yeah.
And they're changing his canon in terms of MCU.
Yeah.
They're changing his canon
Yeah.
because I know in the comics he is not a timekeeper.
Yeah.
It blew my mind when I saw them and I looked like Kang with the purple things on
Yeah.
their faces, and I was just like, excuse me?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the timekeepers maybe were a race or whatever.
And they're saying it's okay, I'm so excited. I just like, time travel is so cool.
Yeah.
But also like the time variant people are like, this is fate, this is destiny, you can't move from it. And I'm just like, Tony, this is my thing.
Yep, yeah.
This is
Yeah, it's like the Avengers were supposed to travel through time. They were supposed to do that, la da da da
Yeah.
da. So we didn't interfere. Everything happened the way it was supposed to, and you're just like, yeah, Tony was meant to die.
yeah. This is so cool. This is like, I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this from Loki, but I don't know why I wouldn't have. Like, it makes sense because it's time travel.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
I like this. I'm liking this a lot better than I thought I would.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the TVA thing.
The fact that they exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, like, I guess the future for whatever this means for the rest of the MCU. Because I feel like they've set it up. They set up the multiverse, they set up the Nexus, and I feel like we're going to get that, and then they'll maybe introduce the X-Men. That's what we thought would happen in WandaVision, though, so maybe not.
Yeah. Man, we're going all out into space and time travel.
Yeah.
And it's just leading up to Kang.
Yeah, it is.
All of this just leads up to Kang.
And then he's going to be an Ant-Man.
Yeah, Quantumania.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how does that work?
Traveling through time. Maybe he is the time god, timekeeper here,
Yeah.
but he's just not Kang the Conqueror. He's just Kang the timekeeper right now. Or maybe something happens and he just decides to go off the rails looking for someone.
I don't know, wasn't this like comics he wants to get his wife back or something?
Ravonna.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then what if they change this too? What if like they're like, oh, the main villain is just, you know, variant Loki, and he's like the only villain for this series, and we don't get Kang. And then his introduction is in Ant-Man.
Possibly, but it would still be, I feel like, a timekeeper. Like, why else would he look like that?
Yeah.
He looks they look exactly like Kang with the purple
Yeah.
thingy that they're wearing on their heads, and it's just like, that's Kang's aesthetic. Like,
Yeah.
Kang came from this. I don't know how Loki will end, and I don't know what Quantumania is doing with Kang.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is that Kang is a timekeeper in this canon. He just has to be now.
Yeah.
Just based off of this.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, will we see the actor? Because you know how they got, there was, like, leaked things that they got an actor for Kang, but then everyone was just, well, he was just like, nah. Because they have to say no.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, is it really him?
Yeah.
Like, will we see him? It'd be cool if we could.
Yeah, so would it be he's already gone rogue or he's going to go rogue in this series.
He might go rogue by the end of this. And then that's when we get to see him again later in 𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗦 or something.
Right. Because the thing is, if Loki stays and he kills old Loki or variant Loki and whatnot, like, does he stay with the TVA? Like, I feel like he can't stay with the TVA because he needs to go back to the Avengers and do the movie with them.
But they reset the timeline before they took Loki and put him back. So I feel like that. No, so I think the thing was when they reset the timeline, there's a version that stays there. Of like, there's a version of you that stays there and continues life the way it should be. But because you are still there, you stay with the Minutemen in the TVA to talk about your sins.
Yeah.
But when they reset you, is that when they reset you? So that you can go back to your time? To, like, your original time? Because, like, the whole "are you guilty?" They like, just reset him.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, if they reset him in the TVA, what happens? Do they just, like...
He goes back to the movie timeline, I feel. He goes and does the stuff, and then he dies at the end.
I guess because time moves differently through the TVA, it's just, like, a giant pause button on the rest of the world while Loki's living out the TVA time. I guess so. Time travel's hard.
Yeah. And I feel like maybe they're like, oh, you did good killing variant fugitive you. What do you want to do? You want to go back? Like, you can't go back to your thing because you're going to die. And if you try to break the timeline again, we're just going to have to bring you back. So then he's just like, what if after I die, I get reincarnated and then
Kid Loki?
yeah. And then Kid Loki becomes part of the Avengers or something.
Maybe.
That's everything on Loki episode 1. We'll see you next week for episode 2.
Alright, bye!
Bye!